We are prepping protein today, and this is the holy grail of meal prep. I'll tell you why. I like having crock pot meals ready to go. I like it a lot. If I'm making one crock pot meal, I will always make a second one to put in the freezer. If I'm making a casserole, I'll make a second one to put in the freezer. That's a great way to meal prep. It's nice to be able to pull out a full dinner in the morning and have it ready to go when you get home from work. If you have ingredients like rice, quinoa, protein prepped ahead, that's the real star of the show. That's what's gonna help you stay on plan the most. If you have especially lean proteins always ready to grab and go, you are going to be way more likely to stay on plan. Just imagine you are running late and you don't have time to cook dinner, but you know you have some pre-cooked ground beef. You can throw that into tacos, you can throw it into spaghetti sauce. It saves so much time, and making these micro investments in your meals can help you save so much time in the future. And once you've invested the time in making some of this, you don't want to waste it. So stocking your freezer is great, but keeping these simple ingredients prepped is even better when it comes to stay on plan. So I'm gonna tell you what I'm making today. We're just making a protein. In your printable packet, I have ground beef instructions. You can definitely make ground beef. That's so versatile, it's easy. I'm gonna show you the two things that I prep every week. Now again, I make these when I'm already doing something else. So sometimes it's in the morning when I'm making breakfast. I'll put bacon in the oven. If I have time, mornings are kind of busy. If I have time at lunch and I'm making something, I will just do it then. It's so simple and easy. I'll post a link to how to make this bacon without a lot of mess. It's my favorite method. So this is just bacon from Costco. I'm gonna make one, it's a double pack. I'm gonna make one and freeze the other. The way that I make bacon without much of a mess, and it's perfectly crisp the way I like it, I will take a baking sheet, I put a piece of foil down, and I put a piece of parchment paper on top of that. Then I lay the bacon out just one strip at a time, so it's spread out on the pan. I put it in a cold oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. Once it has little tiny bubbles, isn't that a song? Tiny Bubbles? I think it is. Is it? I don't know. I digress. Once it has tiny bubbles all over each piece of bacon, you know it's done. You'll want to check it at about 15 minutes just to see, but honestly, there's no prep. You're just putting it in the oven, checking on it once. When it's done, you can pull it out. I use tongs to drain mine on paper towels. Then because the grease kind of clings to each piece, I will put some paper towels in a plastic baggie, storage baggie, like a Ziploc gallon bag, and put the bacon on top of that even after I've drained off the oil, just because it absorbs the excess. And then I keep it in the fridge. We can microwave it for breakfast. My kids love it. You can use it for BLTs for a quick lunch. You can use it in your protein boxes. You can use it in pasta dishes, THM on plan as pasta dishes, of course. You can add it to so many things. So I'm making the bacon. That's gonna be about 20 minutes. It's about 4 minutes of hands-on time and about 20 minutes in the oven. It's gonna be super easy. I'm actually going to be doing this right now because I need to clean my kitchen. So while I'm doing dishes and cleaning the rest of my kitchen, I'm gonna have the bacon in the oven. I'll pull it out and let it cool. It'll take me about 20 minutes to clean, so the timing will be perfect. But I don't go in my kitchen unless I'm doing more than one thing, just for efficiency's sake. So this afternoon it's gonna be cleaning up before I pick up the kids from school and making bacon. Here's what I'm going to make my other protein during dinner time. While I'm preparing dinner tonight, I'm going to take these just bare pre-cut boneless, skinless chicken breast pieces. It's just chicken. It's pre-chopped to save me some time. That's all. If you don't have something like this at your Costco, you could make your own. You could get something similar, but you want just chicken. You don't want breaded chicken because that would be off plan. This is chicken breast. So the way that I cook chicken breast, I do this every single week. I like chicken in the air fryer, but I have some food poisoning paranoia about making sure things are cooked all the way through. So for some reason, I will cook it in the air fryer and then sometimes want to reheat it and it makes it a little tough. So that's just my weird issue. You might be totally fine with the air fryer, which I know air fryers are safe. It's just a weird thing in my head. So what I do instead, I like this in the skillet a lot. So I will put a skillet on the stovetop. I will put a layer of chicken in there, season it, put the lid on, and it's about 10 minutes to done. I'll check it at like 7 or 8 minutes, flip it over, and just cook it until it's cooked through. Then I have pre-cooked chicken. My favorite thing to do with this is burrito bowls, refried beans or black or pinto beans, brown rice, which are all in my, so the beans are canned, brown rice is in my freezer, pre-cooked. If you don't have time to prep brown rice, just buy it pre-cooked from the freezer section. If it just has rice on the label, you're golden. That's exactly what we want. So I have the brown rice. I have cans of beans in my pantry. I have a jar of salsa in my fridge. I will take some of this with beans and rice and salsa and have a lovely 5-minute burrito bowl. Just microwave the rice, microwave the beans and chicken, throw it all together with some salsa. Awesome burrito bowl. We like cilantro and fresh onions, so we usually have some chopped cilantro and onions in the fridge. Sometimes we don't, but if I have that, I'll throw it on there too. Perfect e-meal. Another thing you can do with this, chicken Alfredo, casseroles. My chicken divan casserole, which is one of the most popular recipes at the wellplannedkitchen.com of all time, uses pre-cooked chicken. So I will just use what I make for that. We throw this on salads. We use this in soups. We use pre-cooked chicken in just about everything. It keeps for a couple days in the fridge. Like I usually, but again, I have paranoia issues. I'll usually keep it in the fridge for about 3 days if it lasts that long. But at least once a week, I'm making the chicken. Now, if you don't have pre-cut chicken, just cut your own chicken breasts and make it however you'd like to. Air fryer, oven, stovetop, whatever works. Just keeping the proteins on hand is perfect. I have had more situations than I can count that called for a quick run out the door, and that means I need protein. I don't love deli meat, although that works for this too. So sometimes I'm just grabbing chicken that I've already cooked and having a piece of fruit, and that's my e-snack. It's lean chicken. I'm not gonna cook it with any oil so it stays in FP mode, but it's so versatile. Having these items is a huge blessing when it comes to staying on plan and being in a hurry. If you don't have time to prep a protein today, that's okay. We have other things you could do. You could run to the store and get a rotisserie chicken. Use your white meat for your E's and FP's and your dark meat for your S meals. Get pre-cooked bacon, get pre-cooked hard-boiled eggs. You could rely on light cottage cheese for an FP protein or 0% Greek yogurt. You could add collagen to tea. You could get beef jerky with no sugar added. That's a protein. If you don't have time to prep something today, or if a week comes that you don't have time to prep, get things at the store pre-bought. I've given some ideas through these videos. I would just keep a running list of store-bought items or keep a list on your grocery store app so that if you know you have a busy week coming and you can't prep ahead, you can grab things from the store to make it that much simpler and that much easier to stay on plan. Trim Healthy Mama can be easier than going off plan. For me, it's light years easier, light years cheaper, and light years healthier, which is true for everybody. If you want to learn how to follow the plan the easy way without spending hours and hours and hours in the kitchen, registration for Bootcamp is still open for a few more days. You can go to the wellplannedkitchen.com/THM Bootcamp. We cover the systems you need to put in place to make THM your go-to at all times. We make it a lot easier to get on plan and stay on plan. And when you're done with Bootcamp, you can make 5-minute lunches, you can make 5 to 10-minute dinners, you can stay on plan when you're busy, tired, stressed, whatever, you'll have the tools to stay on plan for the long haul and reach your goals. So that's what Bootcamp is about. I'd love to see you there. For today, proteins, it doesn't have to be these proteins. You don't have to make chicken and bacon. That's what I'm making. You could make something else that you like. That's totally okay. Make what works for you, but we're stocking up on proteins today, and I will see you back here for day 4 tomorrow.